Okay folks, now there's a feature in Microsoft Excel called Flash Fill, and it's a feature that's present in Excel 2013 onwards, and basically it senses patterns as you type and can fill in data for you, saving you a lot of time. Now it's normally turned on by default, but it can be triggered manually. So how does it work? Well, it's real simple. Basically, you type in one entry of data in a cell, and if there is a pattern and Microsoft Excel recognizes it, it will activate the Flash Fill feature, or you can trigger it manually via 3 ways. So, for example, we've got a list of data here, surname, first name. Now, let's say we wanted to combine the names. We could do this, for example. Jim Smith, Claire. Ooh, you see that? What's just happened here? Well, as you can see, Microsoft's Excel Flash Fill feature has triggered. So, as I went to type Claire Gates, it's basically sensed from the row above that there's a pattern where I'm putting the first name and then the surname together. So, as you can see, a preview has appeared below for the next 3 entries. And it's slightly grayed out, but basically you can see that it's completed the rest of the names for us. So that is Flash Fill. So if I press enter, you can see that Excel auto completes those entries. Now we get this little icon here. If I click on it, it will give us Flash Fill options where we can basically undo the Flash Fill or accept the suggestions. Now we also have this option here, select all for change cells, but for the context of this lecture, we're not going to look at this bit. But basically what it would do is that it would select all the cells and then give us additional options with regards to quick analysis, with regards to formatting of the cells and basically filtering. So if I just clicked here, we get this other little icon. So I click on this. As you can see, it just gives us various options of formatting, charts, totals, tables, and sparklines. Now, the context of this lecture is Flash Fill, so we're not going to look at this bit. Okay, so just taking it back to Flash Fill, you could see that it automatically triggered. Now you can trigger this manually or by using the 2 options in the Data tab. So if I just delete all that and delete, if I type in Jim Smith and I want Flash Fill to trigger manually, I then press enter. Then in the second cell, if I press Ctrl E, you can see that Flash Fill gets triggered and it then puts the data in by itself. So notice folks, on the automatic bit where it triggered previously, it gave us a preview and then we have to press enter to further accept it. But if we press Ctrl E, it just automatically fills it in. Okay, so I'm just going to undo that. Now we've got 2 other ways of triggering Flash Fill as well. So we've got the Data tab, where we go into Data Tools and then use Flash Fill. So Data Tools is here, and then Flash Fill. There. You can see that instead of the preview, similar to the Ctrl E method, it fills it in the first instance. Okay, so I'm just going to undo that and show you the third method, which is via the Home tab. There. And again, it just fills it in without actually giving us a preview. Now, which method you want to use for Flash Fill, whether it's automatic or whether you use one of these 3 methods, is down to you. You can trigger Microsoft Excel to automatically kick in Flash Fill via a tick box option in one of the settings of Microsoft Excel. So it's down to your preference, folks. The automatic setting will give you a preview, while the manual settings will just automatically fill it in. And of course you can undo the Flash Fill changes if you find that it's not the pattern you want. One last thing folks, always make sure when you use Flash Fill that you have a row header. So basically here we're filling out the names, make sure you've got suitable titles here. In other words, your row header. This just helps Excel to sense where the pattern is starting when you type your data. Okay. So, that concludes this lecture. Thank you for listening and watching. Now, if there are any questions regarding this, please feel free to reach out, and I'll see you in the next lecture.